Hello guys, welcome to London Players Guild. I am Peter, I'm the guild master and I'm joined by our main editor down there, the one-handed
What?
miracle
Are
man.
you just downgrading me? Set, I am a host. I am a creator. I don't just edit the things.
I
How
know!
dare you? You're just like throwing me under the bus. I may be below you, but come on.
you're the
All
one
around
you're the
superstar. Thank you.
one-hand miracle man. One-handed army.
Yeah, there we go. I'll take that.
Yeah, so our one-handed army man, Scott. And we are doing graded for the draft book 6, which
Yeah,
is yeah,
yeah.
which is coming out 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that. I don't know when this is coming out, but yeah.
13th, right?
Yes, 13th of
No, maybe. Yeah, something
13th
like
of
that.
November, yeah. On the last weekend of card market tournaments, I think it is. And
I don't know, Peter. Let's
technically
just
it's going to be legal.
Yeah, yeah, because they're out for like a day. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that is happening. No, you are correct.
yeah.
Um, so
So
yeah, we're here to grade the blue cards. It's our subjective opinion,
yeah.
although we are correct. Based
And
on
if
the
you don't agree
theme.
with us, then let us know in the comments.
Yeah, based on the theme, the cards, what they
Yeah,
do. But it's all in a bubble, right? Like it's based within the giant force. It's set.
yeah.
Um,
I mean,
it's set of its own thing.
I'm also looking at the fact that they can be problematic with the future design and things like that. So
Yeah,
it in the bubble is how good they are, but there's also how much problems can they create. Like
cause.
with the baby, there is still potential that that field is just going to be problematic.
Yes. Yeah,
As
so let's get straight into it with our first one, which is Cyberman
yes, that it
Infinite
is,
Swarm. A
which
two
was
cost blue unison featuring the Cybermen.
which was revealed by
Activate.
Cyberman,
Pardon?
which was revealed by Cyberman.
Yes, yes, they did reveal it. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I just realized why they probably gave them the blue card. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. So we got +1 activate main, play one Cyberman token, 5k power, 0 combo cost, 5k combo power.
Yeah.
Cool,
So you
cool.
just get combo power, right?
Yeah, right. And then activate main -1, remove one Cyberman token from the game. Choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 2 or less and place it at the bottom of their deck. It's fine.
It's what Cyberman does, right?
Yeah.
You play them and then remove the weaklings, right? And I'm really sorry to all the Chaozu fans, Yamcha fans, Tianxin Han fans, etc. But yeah, Cybermen are just removing the weaklings from the fight.
Yeah.
And
Uh,
yeah, they're good there. They create a combo power. It's a 10k unison. It's very easy to play early on. And I think it
mm.
has some synergy with a Vegito leader as well.
Oh, okay.
Because it's a blue unison, right? So there are
Yeah, I
things
guess.
you can do with that. It's a very simple unison. It's a nice, cheap thing that keeps on pumping out tokens. I can't think of anything that could pump the tokens, like, respectably to
Not
15k.
yet, right? Evolution booster may yield something, but um,
Nappa Leader could do something with Cyberman, right? Because this is
yeah,
a
true.
Cyberman card. So it should be able to do something with Cyberman battle cards.
But Nappa is red.
Yeah, you would need to play red blue. But if there is
And
anything that does something with the Cyberman cards, you might find a red green
yeah,
blue
I
Nappa.
mean,
Because Cyberman tokens are still Cyberman cards. Unless it
yeah, I
checks
guess.
for the character name. But yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It is a
So
really interesting.
interesting,
Yeah.
cool. I don't. Yeah, it's cool,
The only
right?
thing I'm missing from here is remove one of your Cyberman tokens from the game, draw one card, and choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with.
Yeah, that would have been really good.
Yeah, I think that's what this would need to
Yeah,
be considered to be actually a decent unison card. Because at this
yeah.
point, it doesn't have any card advantage. Yes, you put the cards at the bottom of the deck, but I don't think that's going to be enough. It's still a solid unison. But if it had
Oh,
that draw one card and then choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, I think it would be a bit better.
yeah.
Because it would be turning your
Next,
token into the draw card. Sorry.
next up, we have Bardock, Great Ape Assault, my daddy in his big boy
Yeah.
wolfy form.
The Daddy
Even though it's
Bardock is
in a
back. Another money card, Bardock.
Oh, I know. Everyone sees a draft box Bardock and they're like, "Oh no!" And yeah, this one's actually good as well. So, 5 cost, 20k, 0 5 combo. It is a double strike blocker with X evolve of 2 blue, Bardock with an energy cost of 2 or more. Cool. You can't evolve
Yeah.
it on a 1-drop Bardock. I don't know if we actually have one yet. Um,
A blue one? I
well,
don't think so, but we have a yellow one.
that's true. The yellow one's dead.
Yeah, but in this case they do. No, we have another one. We have the negate.
Oh yeah.
That can be used for
Permanent.
surge.
When using this card's evolve skill from your hand, you can choose battle cards from your energy and play this card in active mode.
So
If your
because
leader card,
before you go further, because this permanent is going to show up a few times, I'm just going to clear up something about the ruling that has been
okay,
recently put in on the FAQ because it needed to be put on FAQ because it's not in the rule book yet. Oh boy. If you are evolving a card from an area different than designated, so battle area,
mm-hmm.
or if you're going Union Potara, which is essentially the same mechanic in this situation,
Yeah,
if you evolve or Union Potara on top of a card in a different area, according to the rulebook, you move those cards to the battle area and then play this card on top. The cards are not considered played, so when play effects are not triggered. And also, if the card for whatever reason would not be played, you do not move the card to the different area, which has been a big point of contest for me. They fixed that by making rulebook even more complicated. They haven't put that in for Evolve yet, but it's going to work the same way, which FAQ said that if the card is moved from energy area to battle area, you don't get when played effects because the card is not considered being played. And now we can continue with the auto effect because I just wanted to clarify that because it's going to happen with every single ape we have today.
I suppose, right? If your leader card is blue, saying cards, when a card in your energy evolves into this card, draw one card. Then at the end of your turn, switch this card to active mode and place the top card of your deck in your energy and rest mode. In rest mode.
Yeah. So you
Really
get
good.
the energy at the end of a turn, not
Yeah,
immediately.
it's really good. I'd like, yeah, it's just fantastic.
Yeah.
I can't, like, what more do you want from this card?
The problem is that then they will be able to be really sad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's fair. It's fine balancing. Like you don't get that energy back immediately. You have to wait till the end of
No,
turn.
that's fine, but then you will still end the turn on 2 energy, and then your opponent, if your opponent went first, they will be able to go Dende and remove your energy.
I mean, if you want to waste energy on Dende, that's fine.
That's fine, that's
I
free energy, and you're back to square one.
yeah, but you have Bardock on board.
Yeah, but then that Bardock can be eventually removed with even a simple... Oh no, it goes to active at the end of the turn you played it, but after that with a simple attack of a leader.
I guess.
So there are ways around that. I do like this. So
Yeah.
for the starters, let me tell you, I do absolutely love this design. It takes everything that blue is, everything that apes wear, and it makes it work in unusual way. Something that we were not expecting, something that can't be abused, and yeah, something that's actually interesting to play with.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It's a really, yeah, it's different, right? It's
Yeah.
different. I think that's the key thing here. Is like none of us were like, ah, okay, it's just gonna be generic Bardock crew support. Cool. We're gonna get some nice cards that maybe evolve on top of them, and then it's like, oh no, we've got a whole new plan for Bardock's crew,
And
but also still keeping it.
And they're keeping it blue, right? They're keeping
Yeah.
it in the putting the cards from your deck in your energy is blue. Making apes blockers is what apes used to do, and then
Yeah.
putting them back in active mode all the time is again what apes used to do with Planet Vegeta, right?
Mm.
So I would see actually, because I think Planet Vegeta restored all of your apes, not only yellow apes. So I could actually see this deck being played blue-yellow.
Yeah, and there's cards to facilitate that later on. So
Exactly.
yeah. So here we have the Bardock Final Spark, a 2-drop Bardock with a 15k power, 0/5 combo, and permanent. This skill can't be negated in any area, and this card can't be played from any area using skills. If
Yep.
your leader card is a blue Saiyan card, when this card is KO'd by an opponent's skill, place this card in your energy from your drop area.
So, again, I really like this. So the first skill means that this card can't be tutored from the deck.
No.
Or it can't be shugeshed, or can't be anything like that.
Yeah.
It needs to be hard casted from your hand. So you do need to spend that 2 energy, 2 required blue. It makes it impossible to cheat. If your leader card is a blue sand card when this card is KO'd by opponent's skill, this is a very good restriction. A, you need to be a blue leader, so no cheating ramp in other decks. B, it needs to be a Saiyan leader, so its own theme. And then it needs to be KO'd by opponent's skill. You can't cheese this. You can't KO it yourself. It can't be removed by your skill. Your opponent needs to KO it with a skill, not attacking. Because attacking will not trigger this. So there is a lot of restriction here. But if your opponent is not playing around it, it's just going ham in, or if you create a board that forces your opponent to KO your cards or things like that, this card is absolutely amazing as a deterrent from board wipes.
Oh yeah.
Because if you have multiple of those on board, and your opponent tries to board wipe you. The thing is that if they board wipe you with like Vegeta from Draft Box 4, you don't get this skill because that's not KO.
No, because that's minus in power and then game mechanics take over.
It's a good design.
But it is against like the Mass Saiyan that we saw in set 10.
Which Mass Saiyan?
I can't remember, but it's like choose up to. It's essentially the Overrealm 6-1 of the OG
Yeah, it's warping them, so it's not KOing, so you don't get the skill either.
Okay, so that wouldn't work. Okay, fair enough.
No, it's against KOing. It's against a straight removal against your cards. I don't think
So
your opponent
Frieza.
would ever do that.
So Frieza.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that kind of works. Because Frieza KOing. Yeah. I don't see this play taking too much play, but it's a cool card, definitely.
It's definitely your evolve target, right? It's going to be this or the multicolor card we have seen, because that multicolor card is also a blue Bardock with cost 2 or more.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah.
Because it's a blue-yellow, right? But that's
that
from the
makes
future.
sense. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's smart. And we have a 30k skillless Bardock, not much to say there, but other than it's amazing and I want it.
Bardock's true. I think it's important that it's a Bardock's true, and it's another blue Bardock with cost 2 or more. So
fair enough.
This can be evolved further on.
Yeah. It's cool. I like it. 30k free drop. Cool.
Yep.
Next up, Peter. Who have we got?
King Vegeta Great Ape Assault. Now, the question stands, before we're going to read it to you. Is this King Vegeta Ape as broken as the old King Vegeta Ape was?
Because
we all remember how broken that King Vegeta Ape was.
Yep.
So, 5 drop, 25,000. 1 cost 10k combo. So, would work well with the old King Vegeta. Yep. Triple strike. For 3 blue energy, you evolve on top of any blue King Vegeta. He can evolve on top of himself. When using this card's evolve skill from your hand, you can choose battle cards from your energy and play this card in active mode. And when this card is played, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards and return it to its owner's hand. He got downgraded to a common, and he got a skill downgraded to a common.
Yeah.
It's an alright card, right? It's a triple. I think the biggest point here is a triple striker. I think that's why you lose the energy and you don't get it replaced. You can remove 1 of your opponent's battle cards there. And I'm actually not salty that this time it's bounced to hand rather than spin to deck, because it's a triple striker, right? You can drop this triple striker turn 3 and
removing some combo from your opponent. That's a bit mean.
Or even bouncing a blocker or anything like that, right? Yeah. And then you hit your opponent for 3 damage.
Yeah.
I mean
25k turn 3.
Yeah.
When you bring it out from your energy, like it's
Yeah, that's the thing. Even if you draw 2 of those, it's not a dead card because you charge 1 and then evolve on top of it, because he can evolve on top of himself.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the best thing to do with this card is like stick this in energy and then evolve on it later, right?
Yeah, I think
such a good idea.
I think that's about that. And then for his base form, we have actually an SR. King Vegeta the Distrustful. 3 cost, 3 specified blue, 19,000 power, very specific power. 0 cost 5k combo, deflect, which means that he's going to have strong when played ability. And auto, when this card is played, choose up to 1 blue unison card in your unison area or drop area, return it to its owner's hand, then at the end of the turn switch up to 1 of your mono blue energy to active mode. So, for starters, he doesn't check the specified cost on the unison.
Nope, he just gets it back.
Yeah, you can get back the 5 cost Goku if you wanted to.
Yeah.
He untaps 1 energy, so essentially he costs 2, because he gives you that 1 defensive energy. And then he has auto, choose 1 mono blue card in your hand and discard it. So, for example, the unison you just got back to your hand. When your opponent attacks, negate the attack, then negate the skills for the game. So you have one additional negate. It sounds like a brilliant card for. I'm really sorry for saying this, Milnemba.
Yeah, no, I can agree. I think it really is like because you can recare that Janemba
Janemba, yeah,
unison. You get an extra negate. It's a 19k body. It's gonna hit regardless.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I think it's quite a solid card. Definitely worthy DSR.
I think that extra negate might be what is going to buy it for Janemba, right?
Yeah, because essentially, right, you play it. You can tap out to play it
Yeah,
because you're gonna restand at the end of the turn. Then obviously we know Janemba will be running Dimension Magic, so it's going to be restanding more energy.
yeah, exactly.
And then obviously it's like,
This
oh
is
well, I
going to
don't.
bring back cards to hand that you can use his effect to negate, or bring
Yeah,
back your unison to hand to
yeah,
take it away from your opponent's targets for attacks. For example, after your ultimate,
yeah.
and give it the triple strike, I think it is, and it's down to one marker. You can just bring back the unison back to hand and keep it safe for the next turn, so you can keep on being aggressive. You don't need to mill.
Yeah, I think it's really solid. It's a solid thing, and you can do it back to back to back if you got them right, because
Yes.
you are only untapping, and then that's just giving you more and more energy to deal with. Like,
Yeah, exactly. I mean, ideally, you would be just, you drop one, bring something from your drop to your hand, negate the attack, then do some other negate. Next turn, you play another one of those in case they removed this one. You can even attack with him because when they're going to attack into him, you just negate the attack either way. Even
yeah,
if they would be just attacking into him, because otherwise you would lose that negate. And if they want to get rid of him, or if they don't want you to evolve into the ape that we have just seen,
yeah.
because in that, if you go aggressive Milnemba, if you go suddenly into a triple strike, that's scary.
Is it 5? It's a 5 drop though, so you can't play in November.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
Brain fart.
that's okay. But still, like you're leaving a 19k on board.
Yeah,
like,
19k is enough to hit Awakened Leader.
because you have to combo out.
Yeah.
You have to combo out. Yeah. It's. I love the 19k because it's in that zone where it's like.
It's not 20 just yet. I mean, essentially, it could have been 15, but it just means that 15s don't hit it.
Exactly, and I love the 19k design so much. It's so frustrating. It's such an awkward number.
It might as well have been 16, but we had already multiple cards with 19, and I think that's the point. It's just to match that 19.
Yeah. Next up, we have Vegeta Young Elite.
Which is not King Vegeta.
Not King Vegeta, it's just baby. Oh, it's baby Vegeta. Look at it, so
Vegeta
cute.
Youth. Sorry, all the Vegeta players.
So it's a 2-drop, 1 specified blue, 0-5k combo, 15k power. Also, once per turn, add 1 card from your life to your hand. When this card attacks, choose it to one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 4 or less. Return it to its owner's hand. Switch this card to active mode. I really dig this.
So it's an interesting idea for the Self-Awakeners, right? Because it's very similar to those old 1-drop 15k.
Yeah.
Or red 1-drop 5k, but then you get 10k when taking a life. So when it attacks, you can bounce one of your opponent's 4-drop or less and switch this card to active mode. So you get 2 attacks out of this. I think it's going to be similar to the Migra we had on our reveals, which I don't think is going to see a lot of play.
No, but
it is interesting. Yes,
yeah,
it is interesting.
I definitely agree with you there. I think it is one of those, that's neat. I don't think I'll put it in a deck, but
no,
it's
mostly
cool.
because it bounces, doesn't spin. If it spin to the top of the deck, even, I would be happy with this. But because it
top
bounces,
of the deck would have been perfect for this card.
Yeah. But
I would even take 3 or less to put it on the top of the deck.
I mean, even if you put it down to 2 or less, because you get 2 attacks with this then. Unlike the Migra. The Migra was the issue that you only get 1 attack. Here you would get 2 attacks out of that.
Yeah. No, it's really cool. Really cool. Maybe someone will find some use for it. Maybe Vegeta Youth is like the secret undercover deck that none of us are actually realizing.
I mean, I think this card will see some mini-skill play against certain aggressive decks, but that's that.
That's true. If weenies become a problem, this is quite a good answer to it. And you only need 1 blue energy for it, so...
Yeah, so it can be splashed, right?
Yeah. Next up, we have Tora Great Ape Assault.
So the artwork on this card.
It makes me moist the card. Like the artwork on this is fantastic. It's great. I love it. Why isn't it gonna be in foil, Bandai?
Because they're going to make tournament packs that have all the cards in foil.
And I'll get them all.
Good luck.
So it's a 4 cost, 1 specified blue, 0 5k combo power cost, 20k power, and it is a blocker. It is an X evolve for 2 blue on top of a blue Tora. Permanent. When you use this card's evolver skill from your hand, you can choose battle cards from your energy and play this card in active mode. At the end of your turn, switch this card to active mode. If your leader card is a blue Saiyan card, when this card is KO'd by an opponent's skill, place this card in your energy from your drop area.
So we have seen here again the permanent that we have seen. He can evolve on top of himself. Tora was the guy, right?
Tora is the guy. He is the one who passes on the armband.
Okay. I like the fact that he, on his own, restands himself as a blocker at the end of turn. And then, again, we have that skill from 2-drop Bardock that we have seen.
Yes.
When he's KO'd by opponent's skill. Because he's going to be a blocker, he needs to be addressed somehow.
Exactly. That is I love this card. And it's the same energy as the Bardock. I love this. It forces your opponent to deal with it.
Yeah, it forces your opponent to deal with it. He keeps on restanding, and then it goes to your energy, so you can evolve on top of him another one later on.
Yep.
Which I think is amazing. It's a really good design for a defensive blocker card.
It's absolutely great. I love it
and
so much.
Again, it fits with those apes evolving from the energy, and it does something interesting with it. It's not just flat out you only replace yourself in those apes.
Yeah, like you have to meet the requirement. Like, so if your opponent's smart, you've just hindered your energy ability. So it's like, what are you gonna do now? Yeah, you're at 1 less energy than me, and then it's like, well, yeah, but I've got a blocker that can swing.
But
and then
if you see, majority of the apes cost 2 or 3 energy, right? From what we have seen, we've seen 2 apes that cost 2 energy, 1 ape that costs 3 energy. So they're very easy to drop. So you are not really hindered by going down to 2 energy. That just means that you can't drop multiple of those in one turn.
So if your opponent is like, well, I have to deal with this, and the only way I can deal with it's KOing it. Cool. I'm just gonna ramp it. Well, replace it. I don't know, because it's not a.
It kind of replaces, but it gives you card advantage because your opponent used a removal
a card to get rid of it. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, and it can keep coming back, which is great. I love it. It's so good.
You can keep on evolving into it, and it's just going to keep on replacing.
And the 2-drop Tora Bardock's crewmate. Look at him there with his little scouter doing his thing. He's a 2-drop, 1 specified blue. All of these, are they all 1 specified blue apart from the Vegeta and the Bardock?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, King Vegeta is 3 specified and Bardock is 2 specified,
Yeah. So whereas a 0-5k combo, it's a 15k power. When this card is used in a combo during your opponent's turn, use up to 1 Bardock's crew battle card in your battle area and switch it to active mode. This is so good.
So
I love
you block with your Tora.
Yep.
Your opponent is going to combo to that 20. You just combo this back, restand your Tora so you can block another.
Yeah.
This is essentially Zarbon, but on theme.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a set 1 Zarbon, but blue and on theme. Which I think it would work a bit better because it gives you that. Wasn't there something that required Tora in the drop area?
Possibly with the leader effect, right?
Yeah, something like that. You're the one who likes the deck, not me, so I wouldn't know. Sorry.
I know. I should have rechecked the leader.
Yeah.
Fascia is next. I mean, well, for starters, Tora's just great. Yeah, I would love this card. I love it so much.
I think the card is good. I think the card does what the deck needs it to do. And I think it's a really easy card to actually keep in your deck.
Yep, 0-5. It's not like you're having to tap 1 for it, and you're just like, cool. I'm just gonna restand this, block it, and combo out with your attack.
Yeah.
Further enhancing the need to remove it, then I can ramp with it. Fascia, Great Ape Assault, 3-drop, 1 specified blue, 0-5k combo, 20k power, unique, critical, X evolve, 1 blue energy for blue Fascia. Permanent. When you're using this card's evolve skill from your hand, you can choose battle cards from your energy and play this card in active mode. If your leader card is a blue Saiyan card, when a card in your energy evolves into this card, if you have less energy than your opponent, which you probably will,
Yeah.
add the top card of your deck into your energy in rest mode. She is fantastic.
She is a monster.
Yep.
Turn 1, 20k critical is nothing to scoff at.
Nope.
Turn 1, charge blue fascia, even herself. Pay that 1,
Yeah.
evolve on top of it. Yeah, you are without an energy. So
But you, yeah. So
if you're
you're going
going
to be
second,
lower.
if you're going second, you get that energy back.
Yeah.
If you're going first,
Ooh.
you don't get the energy back, but you have a 20k critical on turn 1.
Yeah.
You essentially decided to lose 2 cards from hand and let your opponent go first. But in exchange, you have 20k critical on board.
Answer me. Do it.
Yeah. And the reason the card has a unique, it should be pretty obvious. It's
Yeah.
a one drop critical 20k.
Yes.
It replaces itself immediately only if you evolved from your energy, which is amazing.
Yeah.
So
Really
again,
good balance.
we have that it has requirement that your opponent needs to have more energy than you, and you need to evolve a card from your energy into this. So it pays back. It's the same as the Bardock, which only triggers if you evolve the card in your energy into him.
Yeah.
So it just shows you why not all the cards have a replacement effect. It's just so you can trigger this fascia easier.
Mm-hmm.
Because this
Because
fascia,
when she starts coming out,
yeah.
Oh boy.
And then your opponent will target half for removal, and then you have all your blockers, right?
Yep.
Or even better, you can play the Planet Vegeta into playing blue-yellow and untap all of your great apes, so she's even harder to remove.
Even still.
Yeah.
She's absolutely fantastic. For
She's
an
amazing.
uncommon, it's crazy. I love her. I love her so much.
She's an amazingly strong card for an uncommon. I'm actually surprised she's not a rare.
Same actually. Same. I'll leave the next one to you, Peter.
The next one is a 1-drop fascia, Bardock's crewmate. She's 5k, 0 cost 5k combo. Auto burst 2. If your leader card is blue Saiyan card and you add 1 card from your life to your hand, when this card attacks, it gets 10,000 power for the turn. And at the end of the turn, if your leader card is blue Bardock's crew, add up to 1 card from your life to your hand. I heard something about the burst being there because the leader requires 10 cards in a drop.
Yeah.
I might be wrong, but there's something
It's
like
that
that.
or the Taurus armband thing.
It's ultimate self-awakener. Let's be honest. It's an ultimate self-awakener. If you're playing Bardock's crew, you just take 2 life early on. To be fair, if I've seen her in hand and her giant ape form, I would promptly charge the 1-drop and evolve.
Oh yeah, straight up. But like,
but she's an interesting card. I'm not sure how important it is for Bardock to awaken early, but it is something that is worth looking at.
You want to do it, right? Like you want to be able to awaken. It's like
you want to be able to awaken because I think a lot of skills come
from his flip side. Yeah.
We should definitely do a deck profile for Bardock at some point.
Oh, for sure we will. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's such a fun deck, fun playstyle. Yeah. So yeah, just a cool 1-drop.
Yeah.
Different.
I mean, you can use it in any leader that is a burst leader, right? So like normally when you attack, you take 1 life, get 10k, and get additional skill. And here the additional skill is milling 2 cards. I think that's actually a really good price.
Yeah.
Any aggressive deck would want to mill additional cards so you can overwhelm easily, especially with the new Goten, right?
Yeah. So as long as you're a blue Saiyan and you wanted to use overwhelm, yeah, it's a really good choice.
Yeah. There's a lot of things that can be done. Yeah. The next card is Shugesh! Ban Shugesh!
Ban Shugesh! Whoop, 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 whoop.
No, okay. Shugesh, Great Ape Assault. It's another 3-drop ape, 19,000 power, 0 cost, 5k combo. Blocker, X evolve for 1 blue, you can evolve blue Shugesh. Again, you can evolve from your energy. It's the same as all the blue apes have. When this card is KO'd, doesn't matter if it's skill or not. Choose up to 1 blue Bardock's crew card with an energy cost of 5 or less in your hand and play it with its skills negated for the turn. So he does exactly what the Shugesh does.
Yeah.
He's just tutoring.
I love it. I absolutely love it. It's so good. It's so good.
I mean, you can play with the original Bardock, right?
Yep.
You can play the original Bardock. You can play even the new Bardock Ape because you just play it as a double striker. You don't need the other skills. You just play it as a double striker. You block. He he's KO'd, and then you get to play your 5-drop.
It's so good.
He he does what the Shugesh does, right? What the Shugesh was known for is just summoning more of them. And this time it's not. This time they managed to level it, cause if I remember correctly, because you can check the cards back, I can't. Can you? King Vegeta is not part of the Bardock's crew, right?
I don't think so. I am scrolling back up. No, he's not.
No, that's good, because otherwise you would be playing King Vegeta with this,
Oh, of course.
and then you would have a triple striker on board.
No, the intent is to play the OG Bardock or the
I
new
think
one.
it's any 5-drop or less, right? So you
Yeah.
can even play the apes from hand.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Bring out Fascia, why not, right?
Yeah, exactly. Bring out Fasha, bring out Tora. The Tora blocker, if you're not playing him with evolving, is a straight plus.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. Yeah, it's fantastic. Straight up, when I first saw this card, I thought it was loads of blood behind him, and I've only just realised it's an explosion.
Yeah, it's an explosion.
I thought
It's a
he's just
children card
squished up.
game. It's a children's
Yeah,
card
that's
game.
what I mean. I was like, that's edgy, and I was like, oh wait, no, it's actually an explosion.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let them off.
Next one is Shugesh, Bardock's crewmate. It's a 2-drop 15k. When this card attacks, draw one card. I don't think it's
Majin
anything
Buu?
special. No, Majin Buu was when played. This one is when it attacks.
Oh, sorry. Yes, it is. Yeah.
I'm not.
Ah.
It's essentially a leader skill, right?
Yeah, when this card attacks, draw a card. Yeah.
Yeah, 50. It's an awakened leader that costs 2 energy. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Because that's what it used to be always. All the leaders drew after awakening. And with 15k.
Yeah.
It's
a leader skill.
Yeah, it's a leader skill on the body. It's a good common. I mean, for drafting, it's alright. It's.
For draft, it's great.
Yeah, card advantage, right? Until you die. Yeah, I think we can just go further, right?
Yeah.
It's not much to say. Borgos, the one that was initially stopping aggressive Senzu, right?
Mm-hmm.
The 1-drop blue Borgos. You can evolve it on top of the 1-drop blue Borgos from Clash of Fates.
You can.
So a 3-drop, 15,000 unique barrier. Of all things, it's a barrier card. 0 cost 5 combo. 1 blue, evolve on top of a blue Borgos. Again, you can evolve a card from energy. Activate battle once per turn. Choose 1 blue Bardock's crew card in your battle area other than copies of this card. Switch it to active mode. Then negate that card's skills for the turn.
It's just used to protect.
Is it used to protect? I
would
attack
imagine.
you with my 5-drop Bardock, right? The 8
Yeah.
that we have seen, which is block a double strike. He only
Mhm.
untaps at the end of a turn you played him. So assume that is already turn passed. I attack you with him, double strike. Then I attack with my leader and use this Borgos skill to restand my blocker.
Oh yeah. I don't know why I just assumed it was in the defensive. Oh yeah.
No, it's during both players' turns.
Ooh.
The only card you can't restand is another Borgos.
Yeah.
So you can do it. It's like Goku hit, right? You can do it once during your turn, once during your opponent's turn. But then you remove the skills. But it helps you keep, for example, that Bardock safe.
Yeah, so you've swung and then yeah.
And then after you block, you negate his skills again, restand him, and combo out from the attack. And then they can't attack him again.
That's really solid, actually. Yeah. Okay. Well played, Borgos. Well played.
Yeah, I think this is a really good card for playing a bit defensively, right, with your pieces.
Yeah.
It helps you restand those blockers that don't restand on their own.
Yeah, like Fascia or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. I like it. And then we have the 1-drop Borgos Bardock's crewmate.
Which
0-5.
they stamped him with the I hate blue.
I love it. I love it.
I mean, they keep it on theme, okay? Because the old
Yeah, that's what
Borgos
I mean.
did similar thing.
It's great. I absolutely adore it. Like, despite what people want to think about the card's effects, and maybe it is too powerful, but it's like
the skill should
the
not
fact that they put it
exist.
on Borgos is just
I like it because they keep it thematic. Because that's
top tier trolling by Bandai there. I have to
Yeah.
admit.
No, it's fine because they both are 1-drop, draw a card, and then you can evolve on top of them into that ape, right?
Yeah.
And that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
I think that ape would be the one that you wouldn't you wouldn't evolve a card from energy into.
No,
You
you
would just
evolve it on top of the
yeah.
one on
It is
field.
a 2-drop essentially, so I think that's perfectly fine.
Yeah. We have a 1-drop Tulu.
There was
10k.
something with him, wasn't it? Because
Was he? I mean, is it
he was
alien?
this he was the super combo, wasn't he?
Oh, he was. Yeah, he
And
was.
there
Yeah,
was
from Classic
something
Fates.
yeah, and there was something that required to put him back into the deck. So you have another card that's too low.
Yeah, Tulu.
Although you would want to recycle your super combos, let's be honest.
That's true. That's true. Nappa, promising youth. 4-drop.
He's
One
not bald
specimen.
yet.
Nah, he's adolescence, mate. He's fine.
Damn!
He's
And
fine.
he evolves from the energy, but he's not the ape.
No, he's not. No, he's not. What are you doing, Nappa? What are you doing? Stop it. Um,
Uh,
so he's a double strike. He's 0-5k. He's 20k power. Yeah, like you said, evolves on a blue Nappa adolescence, which I think is the one below it.
yeah.
Um,
He can evolve on top
uh,
of himself, but yeah.
well, yeah, that too. Auto once per turn, when this card attacks, activate a skill at the end of the turn, switch with the one blue energy to active. So
Yeah.
essentially a free evolve, but not really. I mean, maybe.
I'm a bit upset that they went away from the very good wording they had at the beginning of your opponent's main phase, or whatever it is.
Oh yeah. At the
You
beginning
switch,
of
yeah, that's when you switch the energy. Because we're going to have tons of questions. Is it still your opponent's turn when the card is switched to active in this situation? Yes, it is, because it's at the end of the turn. So the original Borgus would still trigger, for example. Because Borgus triggers when your opponent switches energy to active mode during their turn.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
It's just complicated. Unnecessarily complicated.
And then they 2-drop Nappa, adolescence. It's a vanilla. It's
Yeah.
aight. It looks cool.
I don't know why it has that evolve skill. That feels a bit shoehorned, but
I guess it's just to keep consistency with your draft.
I guess.
Like that. That's all I can see. I wouldn't play these 2 cards personally, but they're there.
Yeah.
They're there.
They
exist.
definitely don't bring anything to the Bardock's crew.
Now, something I didn't think we would see, Peter.
The Chilled, greatest pirate in the cosmos.
Yarr, I'm chilled.
We were bound kind of to see it, because isn't he from Bardock?
He's the special with Bardock, yeah.
I'm
it's
sad
just-
that they color shifted him.
That's what I mean. Like, he's blue. It's like, what? Okay. Okay.
It's peculiar, but okay. Let's read what the card does. It's a free cost, specified 1 blue, 19,000 power, 0 cost, 5k combo, unique. Auto once per turn. You can pay 1 blue energy. If this card's attack deals damage to an opponent or removes a marker from an opponent's unison card, so yeah, whenever it will deal damage to a leader.
Yeah.
Play up to 1 blue skillless battle card with energy cost 3 or less from your deck, or drop area, then shuffle your deck if you looked through it, so you can tutor into your blue
Bardock.
Blue Bardock, yeah, any really blue 30k vanilla, right?
Yeah.
For 1 energy. But you need to deal damage. I think it's easier to deal damage to unisons.
Oh yeah,
than
especially
it
if
is
it's
to
black
leader.
unisons where they have
Yeah.
5k.
Yeah. And then activate main. If you have 3 or more energy and choose 1 skillless battle card in your hand and discard it, you play this card from your hand. Thing is that the card you just discarded is not lost, because he can resurrect it when he deals damage. So you can free play him when you have 3 energy, attack, resurrect that Bardock, and evolve into the big ape, for example.
Oh, this is really cool for Kidku, right? Like,
Yes.
Maybe I was wrong about this card. I thought it was pretty poop. But
No, the card
thinking
is
about
good.
it,
The card is really good.
yeah,
It's
thinking
just,
about it, it's quite good.
It's just weird that it's chilled.
Oh yeah, it's weird that it's chilled.
But the card design is really good. It's not too strong.
Blue
It's
Kidku might be a thing.
unique, and so you can't play more of them from your hand. But if it gets removed, or if you remove it yourself, you can play another one from your hand by discarding another skillless battle card.
Yeah. I might have to mess around with Blue Kidku actually.
He's not limited to any leader. You just
No,
need
that's the
that
thing.
1 blue energy to activate his skill. So
Yeah.
yeah, I could see a lot of use for this card in the skillless decks. There's lots of love for skillless decks in this set, and this is one of the better done skillless support.
Yeah, yeah. I've come around on it. I didn't think it was too great at first, but now thinking about it, yeah,
You
makes
drop
the
it for free.
skills a lot more consistent.
It's a zero cost 19k. That for one energy keeps on bringing back stuff. It doesn't die at the end of a turn, and
No,
it triggers every time it deals damage. So if it survives the turn, you can attack with him again. And then when you deal damage again, you can use the skill again.
but even if you kill it, you can free play it. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
No, it's good.
and if it
Yeah,
the
I
card
like
is
it.
good. The card is good.
Yeah, I like it.
Next one, Pirate God Toby.
Toby!
He's Chill's army.
He is, yeah. He's his minion.
2-drop specified 2 because it needs to be specified 2 because it's a counter attack card.
Yep. Hashtag baby. Hashtag baby.
Hashtag baby. Yep. 15,000 counter attack. Negate the attack. Play this card, and when this card is KO'd, you play a Chill's army token.
Eh,
Why?
I don't know, Peter.
The card is not bad, right? It's a 2-drop.
It's not right.
It's technically 2 bodies. It can be KO'd in battle to give the token. You can KO it with your skills to get the token as well. So it's not exactly bad. I just don't understand why they color shifted this. Because the Chilled leader used to play Chill's army token in yellow.
Yeah. I mean, maybe they want to put it into a blue yellow.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think they just put it in because Chilled didn't got any love for a while. And I would like to see a Chilled reboot. Because Chilled was a cool leader. And yeah, we just haven't
it didn't help having the 10k on the Awakened side.
Yeah. And it didn't help that the tokens were 10k. Because he didn't draw any cards.
Yeah.
And next one is Pirate God Kabira, which is also Chill's army. And again, 2-drop specified.
Love the OG blasters.
Yeah.
I love seeing them.
2-drop specified 2, 15,000. Counterplay this time. Play this card, and if the battle card being played has an energy cost 3 or less, it's returned to its owner's hand instead of being played. I do not like that one.
Oh, you don't? I actually do like this.
No, as in, I don't like that. Instead of being played, it goes back to hand. It's only good
Oh,
early
right,
game.
okay.
It's only good early game.
Oh, yeah.
And when this card is KO'd, play 1 Chilled army token with 10,000 power. So it's the same thing as the other one. They're interesting support. I like the fact that they do something, and then when they're removed, they still leave a body behind.
Yeah.
So the army keeps on coming. That's a very good theme for Chilled. I just wish that they had a proper archetype for him.
I wonder if they do reboot Chilled, they'll just get rid of a specified cost.
Maybe. I don't think they will do that, because we have AODs that do that.
True. I don't know. Interesting card. Next up, we have Riot's Javelin.
That's yours.
A 2 cost, 2 specified blue, extra card. It's a super rare. It's a counter attack. If your leader card is blue, negate the attack, then choose it to one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 5 or less. Ignore a barrier and return it to its owner's hand. I love it.
I think it's good, because not only you stop the attack, it's sort of Mafuba, right?
Kind of, yeah, I can see that.
Because you ignore barrier, the only thing that stops it is indestructible.
Yeah, or being a 6 cost or higher. But yeah, like most threats in this game now are around that 5 cost mark.
No, Gotenks.
4 cost.
Gotenks
doesn't deal with everything.
It's a good card. It's a solid card. It's a solid
Yeah.
negate that can be used. Definitely, again, I'm going to go back to Milnemba, which absolutely is going to love this card.
Oh yeah, easily. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is a great card for Milnemba.
To be honest with you, I would not be surprised if Milnemba would be playing Planet Taffel to hardcast it.
Oh, I could see that actually.
Yeah. To help self-awakening, because people usually stop Milnemba from awakening.
Yeah, keep it on the awakened unawakened side. Yeah. Yeah.
I would not be surprised if that was just something that popped into my mind. But yeah, this and Mafuba are good removals. Mafuba is of course more generic, but this card is good.
Yeah, I like it. It's a good way of blue for dealing with barrier.
Yeah. It's mostly because it ignores barrier, right? And
Oh
it
yeah, yeah.
puts it back to hand.
If this was just choose one, I'll be like, oh no, it's not good. But it's
Yeah,
oh, it ignores barrier. Actually, no, this is really good for blue.
yeah. Then we go into Flame Bullet, whatever that is. If your leader
So I
card
guess
is
it's Taura's
blue,
attack.
hmm?
It's Taura's attack.
If your leader card is blue, negate the attack, then choose up to one of your mono blue battle cards and switch it to active mode. That's Vadus Assistance.
Yeah, yeah,
That's a
it is.
blue Vadus
Actually is. That is
Assistance.
literally it. Like, Badass assistance in blue.
I like it. I always like the design of Vadus Assistance.
Same.
The
It
problem
lets
is,
you keep it safe, right? Like,
yeah, the problem is the red didn't have many blockers, right?
hmm, interesting. Yeah, it's took 10 sets, but we're finally here.
I mean, for the archetype that does blockers on top of blockers, with
Yeah,
a
it's
side
really
of
good.
blockers.
But even then, if you got like a big beefy boy you want to attack with and want to keep it safe, this isn't a bad shout. I mean, it does negate
Yeah.
it, and it also gives you something on top of it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
I mean, usually you would untap a blocker there, right?
I would think,
So
or
you
like,
block one attack, you save it. If they try to kill it, then you negate another attack, bigger attack,
and then you restand, and then you can block
Yeah.
again. Yeah, yeah, really good card.
Yeah.
Intersecting Fate.
I like
I'll
the
let you
fact.
take this one.
I like the fact that it's only for mono blue battle cards, though.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's a really
Yeah.
good balance. I'll let you take
Intersecting Fates. I think the most broken of the blue cards we have seen.
I
As-
concur.
Especially with all the blue defensive decks that are in existence. Okay, 1 drop, blue, activate main. If your leader card is blue, Milnemba, Soul Striker Reboot, Baby, yeah. Look at it doesn't say mono blue though. So,
Nope.
Invoker Surge Leader.
Piccolo.
Invoker Surge Leader.
Yeah, yeah, and also Piccolo.
Because he cares for extra cards, right?
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true.
Look at up to 2 cards from the top of your deck. Add up to 1 card among them to your hand and place the remaining card at the bottom of your deck in any order. At the end of the turn, switch up to 1 of your mono blue energy to active mode. So, turn 1, you charge mono blue, you play this. Now, the ruling that not many people are aware of is when do you decide how many cards you look at? It's as you go.
It's as you go in it, so yeah, you can look at one.
You
and
look
be
at
like,
the one, and it's like there's nothing better in my deck that I would want. I will just take this. You don't even show it.
You don't show your opponent.
I will be
You
like,
don't
okay, I'm
show
just
your
taking
opponent.
this because I looked at one, and then at the end of the turn, I will untap that 1 energy that I just paid for this.
Yep.
It does require the mono blue, but majority of the decks, even the multicolor decks, will have at least 1 mono blue, and then this card just becomes a monster. Because you see, oh, this is something that needs to be in my deck because I'm tutoring it from the deck. So I'm going to look at the second one. Oh, the first one goes to the bottom because I need it in my deck, or it's bad against this leader, or something like that. It is a card choice. It's not card advantage, but it is a card selection. It's still powerful. It's the same way as I think that Piccolo Leader is still fairly strong because it lets you scry at the beginning of a turn before you draw.
Yeah.
And I think this card is going to see a lot of play in any mono blue deck. And I was saying that since they spoiled this card, because this card.
Yeah, that's true. Like it's true. It just helps you get through your deck, right?
Yeah.
You don't lose out by using it.
Yeah. Especially if you're playing a defensive deck, right?
Oh, especially if you're playing a defensive deck and you got all the energy to go around with.
Yeah, exactly. And I'll give you one other. It's not limited to being activated only once per turn.
Nope.
So if turn 2 you have 2 mono blue energy, you have 2 of those in hand, you activate both.
Yeah.
And it's like, and I still have 2 energy to play with. Essentially, you play 46 card deck.
Yeah.
Deck winning is deck winning.
Exactly. Next up, we have Downfall of Pride. Oh, I wish this was in
one
foil.
of the better artworks, and I'm not the one for artworks.
Amazing. Absolutely crazy credit to the artist behind this. Unfortunately, we don't get to know the artist's name,
they're not
but
tagging the
props
artist.
to them. Like,
Yeah.
it's absolutely fantastic.
The composition is amazing, and
so good. Like, I love how Frieza's the most powerful on that card, but you have two people who are clearly taller. It's so good. How did they? Oh, so it's a 2-cost specified 2 blue.
Yeah.
Downfall of Pride. Activate main. If your leader card is blue, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with an edge cost of 5 or less. Place it at the bottom of their owner's deck. Then choose up to one of your opponent's. Choose up to one of your blue unison cards in your unison area or drop area and return it to its hand. Yeah.
So it spins to the bottom and then returns you a unison to hand.
Yeah.
I think this is strong, especially for the decks that depend a lot on their unisons.
Exactly. I think it's really good. It allows you to plan ahead more as well. Like if you know you're gonna play this unison and you can discard its because you're gonna discard it if you could, because it's a dead card in hand, right? Essentially.
Yeah.
But then you know you're running this, you could add it back and then put it underneath to get the plus.
Yeah. Or you ultimate your unison, you use it, and then you bounce it back to hand. It's the same thing I was talking about with King Vegeta, right?
Yeah, exactly, and it's great.
But in this situation, you also spin one of your opponent's
non-barrier, non-indestructible card. Yeah.
You know, you can spin one of their blockers, right? This is essentially to counter the Bardock's crew.
Yeah, it's really good against Bardock's crew, actually. Yeah, I like it a lot. I actually like it a lot.
I really want to draft this set now, and yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be taking your Spurs if you're going to have any Spurs, and I'm going to be building cube.
I should have some spares.
Yeah, I'm going to be building a cube for that, just so we have something to do, you know, on the evening before the event or something.
Definitely. So, Peter, that is all of our blue cards.
I like the design, because I know where you're going to. It's what do I think about it? What's my grade? I like the design.
Yeah.
We've already spoke about this, and I already told you what my grade is going to be for that, and I'm going to stand by that. I think this is by far the most interesting design that still keeps within the color identity. It keeps on theme with what the cards used to do, and it is on theme with what the cards still do. I don't know much about Bardock Crew, but I can see the intersection of the plays, how each card is an important piece of the combo in here, how they all work together, how they all replace each other, how they all support each other, how they can be strong, how King Vegeta is still part of them, but it's not really part of the whole crew. You can see the difference in that. There's a really good theme, and Chilled feels a bit forced, but the cards are good. They're not overpowered. They're really strong, but they're not overpowered. It's not something that's going to be game defining. I very easily would say that this is the very first ever S tier. This is the best time I have seen cards being designed in Dragon Ball card game. This color is by far the best design I have seen. It doesn't feel oppressive. It doesn't feel underpowered. It feels fun. This is what the game needs. Archetypes that feel fun.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I'm easily up there with an S, and not just because I'm a Bardock fanboy. Although that probably has a lot to do with it. Like you said, it is different. It feels fresh. It feels fun. It powers up the old cards, but it can completely be played in its own bubble.
But the old cards are not unplayable because of all the changing. It is different, but it is the same. It is still blue, right? You can see the identity of blue in it.
Yeah, 100%. Like I think there's going to be a lot of fun to be had with mix and matching and seeing where people go with the deck, because there's also some yellow stuff that you can mix in. We're not covering that in this video, but like, yeah, I honestly, this is how you take an old archetype and bring it into the like current meta, so to speak. Absolutely love it. Card artwork is fantastic. I love the theme, obviously. Chilled is a bit weird, like we said. Technically, it makes sense, but it's also you're changing the color of it. I guess we can't get too hung up on it, because the cards are good, right? They're like, they're not good, as if
but they're not too powerful, because it's fairly easy to stop a 19k swing, and then they don't get the skill.
Exactly. Yeah, like Intersecting Fate's probably the only card to be weary of.
I think it's very strong and it's going to be a staple, but I think it's not going to be as powerful as Senzu Bean was in set 1.
Oh, no. It's not a Senzu Bean level threat, but it's one to be like, all right. Okay.
It's when you're going to be building blue deck, you will be starting by putting 4 intersecting fates in it.
Yeah. Possibly. Well, no, not possibly. It's very likely because you
It's
want to see your deck. You want to thin it out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Especially if it's going to be some funky combo decks like Bar the Crew seems to be.
Yeah.
Or
Yes.
any combo deck. I love my combo decks, as you know. And that
That is
card would
true.
just be amazing.
So yeah, I have to give it an S as well. So that's our first S here on Graded.
Good
Yeah,
job, Bandai.
absolutely.
Please do more stuff like that. That's what we want to
Honestly,
see.
please. Let's see you do it with Chilled or Cooler's Armor
Yes.
Squadron.
Metacooler. Metacooler is the next one.
Oh yes. Oh
We
yeah.
need the
Yeah.
Metacooler
Actually,
support.
Metacooler is a great shout. Metacooler is a great shout.
We do need
Uh,
Metacooler support.
so yeah, absolutely fantastic. Well done, Bandai. I can't wait. It's we're close to it now. Our hands should be on it 13th of November. Oh boy.
Just 2 weeks.
Oh, it's so close. All of the Bardox crew. Let me
Yeah.
pull them. You'll see pullings on this channel. No doubt I will spend crazy amounts of money to get them.
To get a playset
yeah.
of every single one.
Of course. Naturally. Peter,
Me.
I don't know. I
I
don't
don't know.
to
You
do
just called on me.
I don't know, right? I was like, wait, we've got more to talk about. No, we don't. So please stay tuned. If you like this grading, let us know what you would grade the blue cards from. No, not Divine Multiverse, from Giant Force
Yes.
in the comments below. And if you have missed our red graded, you can find it in the playlist that I'll have created for these cards. And yeah, Peter, next up is green, correct?
Yes, that is correct. The next one is going to be green.
Yeah.
We're going in color order.
That's Harudagon, so that's going to be one
That's going
heck
to be
of a
fun. Yeah.
That's going to be really fun. So yeah, that should be out the day after this. So because I'm smart and I'm scheduling stuff. So thank you for watching, everybody.
Yeah, thank
any
you
final words?
guys for watching, and we'll see you around next time. Make sure to subscribe and like, it helps the channel an awful lot. Thank you guys, and see you next time.